in the summertime, I teach summer pre-K, and it's mandatory that you have only 18 children, and you have a bilingual assistant. And those are the children that are entering our kindergarten in the fall. So they go from 18 to 1, and I had wonderful helpers in addition. So 2 girls are high school students here. 1 girl's a high school student here, and her sister is at another school in San Lorenzo. And they were siblings of the younger children in the class. And then August came, and I had 32 children. By me, myself. Just me. Never been to school except for maybe pre-K for a few hours. And Mr. Madrid, bless his heart, our music teacher, was corralled to come in and help me. And when he left, he said, "This is like herding cats." Ever tried to tell a cat what to do? Doesn't work. So, I began this right way back in June. I went to Dr. Byas and I said, could we please not over-enroll the classes in the younger grades? At least that. We have to deal with 28 to 1. Could we please not over-enroll? And I end up with 32. And everybody ended up with 32. When I first began teaching kindergarten, I had 20 students. That was for 3 years. It was 3 years of bliss. I was able to do cooking projects with them. I was able to take them out and do things with them. I was able to spend quality time with each of my children and get to know them personally. Sometimes now I forget some of their names because I have 28. And it's just ridiculous. I feel like, I remember when we first went to 28, I went into the office in tears and said, I'm not a good teacher. It's a lot. Then I was told that they wanted some information on developmentally appropriate practices for children ages 4 to 8. So I sent them some information, and then they wanted research. So then I sent the research, and they pulled all the words out that said that class size does not improve achievement. However, I have some words here that do prove that it does. This was the Project STAR data that was from, I believe it was, not exactly sure the year, I think it was 2007. But in conclusion of their study, it says, given that class size reduction is an educational intervention that benefits all students by increasing their achievement, it is tempting to expect that it could also reduce the achievement gap between higher and lower achievers. However, previous research provided weak or no evidence to that case. The results suggested that small class sizes produce significantly higher variability in achievement than regular classes in kindergarten in mathematics and in first grade in reading. Overall, the results indicate that class size reduction increases not only achievement for all students on average, but the variability in student achievement as well, at least in kindergarten and first grade. These are the results of a research study. Typically, the first 2 years of schooling, students learn what behaviors are expected in school. This means that teachers spend considerable time on management and behavior-related issues. It is likely that in smaller classes, these issues are addressed in shorter time than in regular classes. And this, in turn, means that in kindergarten and first grade, the more time is spent on learning and instruction in small classes. And this is very true. I spend more time on behavior management than I spend on teaching. Because they don't know how to get along. They need those tools. And we can't give them the tools because there's just too many of them. And I also think it should be mandatory that if they can't tie shoes, to wear Velcro. And finally, there's something here that says, the young children learn in the context of relationship. With a 1 to 28 or 1 to 30 ratio, it is not possible for a kindergarten teacher to provide children with the high-quality interactions essential to develop higher-level executive function skills necessary for school success. Reduced class size is essential.